Greetings, my fellow Nigerians. I want to talk to you today about the law by which you are who you are right now, the law by which you became successful or a failure, the law by which you are now a good person or a bad person, whatever that means for you. You know that as members or citizens of Nigeria, it seems like our problem is the leadership or the politician. But if you look deep, you see that it's not only the leadership, it's all of us. All of us are cooperating together to create the society that we currently have as Nigeria, which we all do not like. And even though the significant change will come when we get better leadership, you realize that this leadership that we currently have is a product of us too as a people. And in, like they say, you cannot give what you do not have, right? If majority of Nigerians are sound-minded and deserving of good leadership, you see that we will cooperate together, come together and work together to get that leadership. So I want to now bring more insight into how Nigeria is happening the way it is happening, but with clear focus on where it really matters, and it is about you and me as individuals, as a person in your own house, in your own work, whatever you do. It is at that unit, because practically there is no Nigeria anywhere. It is people, you and I, that makes up Nigeria. So if you are saying Nigeria is bad, indirectly what you are saying is that the citizens are bad. You are bad, I am bad. So now let's look at that citizen, you and I. So how is it that you are who you are right now? You are a fine girl according to you, you are an ugly girl, you are a successful person, you are a failure, you are a good person, you are a bad person. What is the law? Was it your destiny that you will be this good person or this bad person? Or how did it happen? That is the question that I want to answer. So the summary or the simple thing is that you are who you are right now because of what you have thought and acted in the past. I'm saying that who you are right now in any area, whether it is socially and otherwise, you are who you are right now because of your past thoughts and your past actions. With mathematical correctness, I will show you how you can do the 1 + 1 + 1 equals to you right now by thought and action, how you came to be this person, how you came to feel and see yourself the way you are right now, how you are able to succeed or fail in your endeavors right now, and the basis or the source is about how you have thought in the past and what you have done in the past. So if you look at what I've just said, you see that your thoughts lead to your actions, and your actions have consequences, and those consequences is the result of who you are right now. If you take everything together from the past to right now, it might look so big, but let me bring it home. So every action you will take today is based on something you have thought about. For example, for me to sit right here and make this video, it didn't happen by mistake. I sat down in my bedroom after doing my work. I decided, okay, I'm free now. What do? Do I watch a movie? Do I play a game? Oh, I've not made my video. Let me go and make my video. I thought about it. It's not by any other way that I'm sitting right here in front of you talking to you. It was a plan. And before the plan was a thought. So I thought about it, and now for you to listen to me is by chance, right? But what is not by chance in this one is that you picked up your phone to go through social media. Before you pick up your phone to go through social media, there was a thought. So certain things can be random, but not everything is random. Because I know you'll be wondering, how is it possible that your past thought and action is who you are right now? Yes, it's a combination of factors, and I'm going to break down every factor. If you have a question, you can put it in the comment, but I'm able to answer all types of questions. regarding this topic. So, and there is a game nature plays in trying to help you in what happens is that as a human being right now, right, any kind of human being you are, whether you decide that you are an Igbo man, you are a Yoruba man, you are an Hausa man, you are a Christian man, you are a Christian woman, you are a Muslim child or boy or youth, you are a scientist, a philosopher, whatever you think you are right now. See, largely, there is nothing you are that is not based on law. Remember, the first thing I've said is that who you are right now is a consequence of past thought and action, and this is based on law. It's not like I invented it or somebody invented it. It's just something, if you observe, you see that this is the rule. Now, I was talking about being an Hausa man, Yoruba man, Christian, Muslim, any kind of culture or religious choice you have, or let's talk about Nigeria as a nation, the kind of laws that make up Nigeria, the kind of unwritten laws by which we act and cooperate in society, these laws are all man-made. At one point in time, somebody at some point in time in the past thought about being an Igbo man, for example. The idea of being an Igbo man is not predestined per se. It's just a human construct that happened in a particular space that a group of people agreed to and cooperated and lived by, that is now equals to you being an Igbo man, an Hausa man, and a Yoruba man anywhere you are right now. So I want you to be able to differentiate that whatever way you see yourself now, whether you are seeing yourself as a married man, or you see yourself as a cultural man, you see yourself as a Yoruba man, a Christian, a Muslim, a Catholic, a Presbyterian, these are all happening within the sphere of man-made actions or laws. Now, why I want you to separate it is because in life, if you look, you will see that there are two sets of laws. Laws that were made by us to aid different types of relationships and associations. So like I've told you, for the Igbo person, they were born in a certain geographical area. All of them have to agree to cooperate. It's just that the agreement was necessarily not unanimous or articulated. Say, okay, all of us sat down and we have now agreed to be Igbo people. But somewhere there was a decision that a large number of people agreed to, based on their geographical location, based on means or the need to communicate, based on the need to interact, that a collective of people agreed that they will be this type of people, which was not suitable and convenient for them. So it is man-made to be an Igbo person. It's not outside human action and thoughts or invention. Even the language is happening within human constructs. That is the first type of law. Now, the second type of law is natural law, where you cannot do anything about it. Anything you do, you are a victim. And my dear, if you think it does not matter, this is something that is ruling you 24/7. You agree, you don't agree, you are able to see it, you are not able to see it, you are a victim of nature. And just to add a side note, nature does not forgive. There is no forgiveness in nature. Now, let me not digress. So we are back to the natural law. We have spoken about man-made laws, even down to culture, tradition, religious practices. These all fall within man-made laws. I know there may be some question, but for me to go fast, there may be some loopholes that if you ask the right question, I'll be able to answer. Now, when you come to natural laws, These are the laws that govern your day-to-day life. Whether you know, you don't know, you like, you don't like, this is you are a victim. Now, the choice of my word victim is not necessarily negative, but I'm just saying that you must be a victim of nature. Now, remember I told you that the law of how you became who you are right now, this can be so broad, but I've just mentioned religion, tribe, even profession. All these type of actions or thoughts or agreements or laws fall within man-made laws. Then we now have natural laws, which everybody is a victim. Now, for natural laws, it does not matter whether you like it, you don't like it. But the reason why I'm able to communicate this is because I've been able to observe and see that it is true. And also many people around the world have seen and also communicated this. That's how you know. So I'm hoping that when you finish listening to me, you're able to verify too in your space that it's true, that nature is acting and working the same way. So it is by natural law that you are equal to your past thoughts and action. In any area of endeavor, whether it is spiritual, whether it is cultural, whether it is in terms of your work, ethic, any kind of area of endeavor, it is based on past thoughts and action that you are equal to who you are right now. A slim, fat, nice, terrible, lazy, hardworking, any kind of person you are right now is by natural law. That what is the law? The law is that you are equal to your thoughts and your action. And I've given you an example how by me sitting down, I decided that I'll come and make this video. By you sitting down, you decided that you go through social media. Then there is an aspect that now has to be by chance, which is not entirely by chance. You can still go further and say there is an algorithm that is determining how many type of video you will see. Now, there is a certain part of this that I'll come to now. Nature, you cannot escape nature. You are a victim of nature. Now, when you will see this is because you'll be wondering that, so am I telling you now that I'm responsible for who I am right now? Yes. Yes, 100%. Even actions which are so instantaneous, so like this person just spoke to you, you just got angry, slap the person, like it's almost like the anger the person caused you was equal to the slap. You didn't think about it. No, you had planned it, you had thought it, and you have executed it. See, there are certain ways you set your mind. Like, for example, you watch Nollywood now, right? You watch Nollywood movie, you see that, hey, this person took this person's boyfriend. Hey, this person now went to attack the girl that took her boyfriend. Then you say, yes, hi. If person ever try and take my boyfriend, wetin I go do am? Even this way this person do na small thing. Then on a fateful day, somebody took your boyfriend. Somewhere in the past, you had thought about it, say, if person do this kind of thing, you will do this kind of thing in return. Then immediately the person, you back am, you just the tear road, they do am as you don't plan am. So there's another aspect that is coming into what I'm saying, because behavior too is learned, and it is still by natural law that it has to be like that. You realize if you had kids, I have kids, right? You realize that they don't listen to you per se. They do sometimes, but largely they try to laugh like you, they try to walk like you, they try to do whatever you are doing because they are learning. They try to even laugh. I've seen my kid trying to laugh the way I laugh, like you just try and do that same kind of stuff. So even as an adult, you continue to learn and adopt certain types of behavior. Now you're an Igbo man. Ndị Igbo na-eme, we do perform certain kind of actions in certain kind of ways. You adopt it. You store it that, oh, I would like to be like these Igbo people. I'll be doing things like. So behavior is learned. It didn't come. It never follow come. You learn them. consciously, unconsciously, somehow you don't adopt certain principles, certain ways of doing things, store am, say fine, that's why I will do am. So on that day now when they smash your car, what? If they slap am, they pack am, they do this one. So it's not by accident. There was a thought before the action. It is an impossible miracle that there will be action without thought. That you are a studious person, you are doing well in school, you know wetin dey happen, is equals to a lot of hard work, which is mental setup wey you don set up, say na like this you go dey do am. You are cheating somebody, you are an honest person, you are accountable, you are not accountable, is equals to past thoughts. Say in business, I will never be straightforward. Na like that you dey run and dey go. So you are equal to everything you have thought and acted. But remember, in between thought and action, there is acceptance. Because you have to think about it, say, okay, this type I like it, I'll keep am, I'll do am. This type I no like am, I no go do am. So you reject that one, so you no go fit do that type. You see? So, but the summary is that thought equal to action. Now, there's something that nature also does. Because if you observe, you see that nature wants to help you become who you are. Whoever you are trying to be. Nature wants to help you become that person. It will support you to become that person. If you say na steal, you want to steal, nature go help set your mind to go straight, make the thief more dey go, so that it go dey easier for you. Now, what do I mean? Let me use my own personal experience to explain. I used to work towards being a professional violinist. And to the best of my own ability, at least I would say I was fair or average at some point. So when I started playing the violin, you have to play the instrument, right? So for you to learn how to play the violin, you have to first of all learn how to carry it like this. And then you now have to learn, because you have to play it by carrying it on your neck. So I'm trying to tell you how nature helps you to become who you are trying to be. Now, first thing I noticed was that when I started playing, after carrying it like this, because it's very important, because if you're not able to carry it with your neck, you won't be able to run the notes. First thing I noticed is that over the period of months, and ultimately I played for several years, right? I noticed that my jaw here became black. Now that blackness now was also tougher than other areas. So my body became tougher here. That toughness, because at the initial period when I was learning, it was always painful. When you carry it like this, it will be so painful, you just don't want to continue. So for over some time, my body, which is part of nature, adapted. Here became tougher and darker. Because you see that you cannot now choose. It cannot become tough and remain the same color. It had to become tough, and then nature's own choice of what is going on there to make it tough made it darker. So over some time, I started carrying it, no pain, because nature has helped me make here tougher so that it can withstand the stress of carrying this weight that ordinarily shouldn't be carried here. Do you get it? One way. Second way, even in playing and running the notes, you notice that at the beginning, minus you are producing terrible sounds, right? It was so painful. If you play, because see, you have to press down on the strings to make the notes and the sound. So it was so painful. But over periods of months, it stopped being painful, because my skin here also toughened up. It now became like the sole of my feet. Under your leg now, your feet is tougher than here too. So even here is tougher than here, because nature don't help here so that I go feel they run one or two way they run. So here also became tougher, like it was physically, as if you touch them, you go feel like my sole of my feet. So nature now, with that adaptation, it now made it easier for me to run those notes, play longer periods without any pain. So you see that nature actually is trying to help you become whatever you want to be. So at that point in time, I was trying to be a violinist, a professional. So it helped me by making coating here to make it tougher, coating here to make it tougher so that I can play and last longer. Now, in terms of your character, your habits, you are the total cause. Nobody. It's not destiny. It is both destiny, but I'll explain it, right? So, but you are the cause and nature only helped you. So any kind of habit you are, at the beginning of any habit, let's say you smoke, right? You realize that maybe you took the first smoke, your body will resist it, you cough, just like I took the first violin and placed it here, and my body was just pain. That the first day was terrible. We play for up to like 30 minutes. Pain everywhere, pain, both. So you took your first smoke. Pain, your body is new. The body wasn't prepared for that, just like it was not prepared for my chin and my fingernails. So the pain will make you cough and do one or two. Second day, you take it again. You cough again, do one or two. Your nature will not help you at some point. Say, okay, now you smoke, nothing. You even now enjoy itself. So at some point in the future now, it's now almost your second nature, because like I was saying, in playing the violin at some point was second nature. It just comes to you. Even if I show you the processes, what you do while you play, you see that it's so much thought. Even in the piano, you see that you have to account for so many different factors together for you to just make a single song. So, but at some point, you do it, it's almost like it's nothing. That's nature helping you right there, because you are thinking, but it's been compressed and automated, kind of, such that you just do it. You are reading, playing, it's just going. You are smoking, it's just going, nothing they happen. They feel and just say your lungs, they die. If you are, let's say, sex addict or overeating, what do they call it, gluten, nature just made your stomach larger, ready for more food all the time, more knacking all the time. Nature just facilitated it for you so that it will be easier for you to get that thing you are trying to get. So, in the same way, if you try to go the opposite direction, you can see my thumbs is no more tough, my chin is no more dark right here. I no more play the violin, right? So nature has also, over time, taken those advantages. Or if you want to stop smoking, over time, after a lot of work too, because at the beginning, it was a lot of work. So at the end too, it will be a lot of work. So not only that, you are solely responsible for who you are right now, and you gradually worked your way to this person you are right now. The way out of it, if you don't like it, let's say you're a successful person now, you don't like to be successful anymore, just do the opposite of the things you used to do, you get there into failure. If you, whatever kind of thing, you are a bad person now, to become unbad or to stop being unaccountable, a liar, all those things, you walk your way back. There's no forgiveness. There's a process. You have to follow the process. Whether you like it, you don't like it, automatically you are equal to the process you need to go to get from one point to the other. So even as we speak now, this country is a consequence of largely the actions of the largest number of us. All the things we have agreed is possible, all the things we have agreed is not possible, cumulatively is the reason why this country is the way it is. And the way out of this current country's condition is also going to take work. And that's part of the work I'm trying to do, because it starts with you. The kind of person you are, the kind of actions you've taken that made you who you are right now. The way out is also going to be by working. Just to further buttress this point, you know how, for you to stick, because you might still be doubting me. You remember right now, if I give you a pen, write your name, you just take it. Oh, you will not think about it, I'm sure. You just write down. Write a short story of how you left your house to the work today. You just take it, you write it. The only thing you'll be thinking about is what you did and what you didn't do. But the writing part is almost second nature. It's just going like this. If you remember when you were a young man, young woman in school, we took over 1 year, 2 years, 3 years teaching you how to draw you draw it like this. We developed so many tools which will help guide you. Even there's this thing, how to even hold the pen. You put it like this, hold your pen like that, you do it. We had to teach you how to, B is a boy, A for apple, B for boy, all these things. So many years, 3-4 years. You did a draw, your papa and your mama, they force you to do it, you know how to do. All of a sudden now you can just write, boy, no thought, but you worked for it. So whoever you are right now in terms of any aspect of life, spiritual or otherwise, is a accumulation of what you have thought and what you have done. And you must work your way out from a poor position to a successful position, or from a successful position to a poor position. You can work your way down, reverse too. So it's good you know this so that you decide for yourself who you are and who you want to be, and then you do what you need to do, because it's very important that you learn how to be an individual and how not to be an individual. Now, if you have adopted certain cultural aspects, let's use marriage for example, where the man in certain cultures is supposed to be the head of the house by culture. Well, in your unique family, you might discover that such a law may not work because you might have married somebody that is more matured than you, who is able to articulate more factors and consequences more than you. And normally in nature, if you are able to articulate more factors and more consequences, there is the tendency that you will be the leader. So if you are a cultural man who have adopted that, in the Igbo culture, for example, the man is the head of the house. If you are not able to become an individual now and see that head of the house is all about leadership and getting the best result for the family, if you're not able to articulate for yourself that you have somebody that has developed themselves better than you have done it, who are able to control more resources and articulate more factors and consequences better than you, then you see that your marriage will be a very big challenge for you, because it should be natural that you yield to something better so that you can be better. So, but because of culture now, you say, no, this is not how we do it in our culture. Man must be head of the house. Well, you shouldn't be the head now if you do not know better, right? So it's important you're able to take what I'm sharing and look at it, break it down, see how you can use, because as a man, as a human being, you must use your brain to function as a human being. If you don't want to, if you're a human being and you don't want to use your brain, then being a human being, doing human things will be difficult for you, and you'll not always get what you want, because sometimes getting what you want involves you giving up that which you should ordinarily, by culture or other kind of man-backed laws, you should let go, right? So, but the value of what I'm sharing is in your ability to take it and see the value, then break it down, pieces it, ask the right questions, then implement in yourself. You see that you walk from point A to point B and you're able to make success happen. So I hope that with what I've shared, you're able to see the value in the knowledge that you are the cause of your current condition. And you should know, like I had mentioned earlier, that destiny is not predetermined. Destiny is the consequence of your thoughts and your action. So are you destined to be poor, to be rich, to be a good person or a bad thing? The answer is, if you look at your thoughts and your actions, you will see what your destiny is showing. Consequences is equal to action. Whatever you will get is going to be equal to what you have done. There is no law in this world that can break this law. It's nature speaking, or it's natural law. Consequences are equals to always going to be action. If you know who you want to be, what you want to represent, who you want to stand for in this lifetime, you have to know what kind of actions you have to perform to become that kind of person. And if you do it by mathematical calculation, you will become that kind of person. It is not more than this. The only thing there is that you have to look at inside, this is just some speech I'm giving or commentary, but it's just, I'm talking about overview. I'm not talking about the details. We can talk about the details, but if you have the right question, you ask it, I'll be able to talk about it. Everything is calculated. Every damn thing is calculated. Even your energy that you use is calculated. Your ability to know the points where you can take control is very important, because just to show you, your power only lies in the thought and in the action, not on the consequence. Your power only exists in the thoughts and in the action. You have no power over the consequence. Who you are right now, you cannot change right now. You are powerless to change it right now. Your power to make who you are right now become real, as you can see, whether you are successful or otherwise, lied in some days, weeks, months, and years back, when you made certain conscious thoughts, took certain type of actions. That is the power that you are currently exhibiting as a person. For you to move from this point to a better or worse point, there are certain kind of actions that you can take that will get you to several of those points. And that is where your power is. Success is a consequence of past actions. Failure is also a consequence of past actions. In any area, whether it is health, wealth, or whatever have you, who you are, what you eat, what you think, these are the factors that is determining your life right now. If I tell you Nigeria can change come 2027 and you say no, it is true. If I tell you Nigeria can change come 2027 and you say yes, it is true. The determining factor for whether it is going to be true or not is how many of us are saying yes and how many of us are saying no. If the number of us that are saying yes are more than the number of us saying no, we have passed stage 1. What is stage 2? Thoughts. Remember, in the realm of thoughts, we have all said it's true. Yes, we can change Nigeria in 2027. We no go past 2027. All of us don't hold on for our mind saying that number 1, that we hold on like this. Number 2, be say action. Question you go ask yourself is say, you don't say yes, Nigeria go change 2027. Which action go fit support that thought? If you find those actions, and the largest number of us find the actions that can support the idea that yes, Nigeria will change come 2027, Nigeria will change. You no get miracle wey wan stop am. Your life right now is what you have done and thought in the past 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 5 months, 10 months, 1 year, 10 years. Who you are right now in habits, in character, in financial or otherwise, is a accumulation of these factors. For every little aspect you want to account for, we can account for it for you. Don't tell me that if it is that simple, then why don't I have a job? My dear, we can calculate these things. If you bring pure example for us, we'll give you what it will give you. Because it's based on natural laws. These are non-man-made ideas, right? So, looking forward to you to say, yes, Nigeria will change come 2027. Then we'll get to the next level of what can we do to get there. So please remember, you are a product of natural laws. You ain't going nowhere, right? You're not going to be forgiven. Nature does not forgive. If you doubt it, as I leave you, cut your hand here and blood, make blood no show me, make I see am. There is no forgiveness in nature. What you get in nature is action and consequence. Full stop. Anybody telling you about forgiveness is deceiving you. There is no forgiveness in nature. If you cut your hand like this, I guarantee say blood will come out by natural law. Cut that hand, make blood no come out, make I see, make you show me. If you knack proper knacking way all the factors wey nature put in place don account for themselves. My dear, pikin don show in 9 months time. No, nothing wan stop am except abortion or any other thing wey you wan do, or any other poor conditions wey you keep your woman. Na so nature dey run am. There is no forgiveness. And largely, I know say this one I talk about pikin get as e be, but largely, even the doctors are highly limited. They are just still discovering what nature has invented or kept in our bodies. So most times, whatever you can say, okay, I have not had kids, then 40 years later I had kids. If you look at each a unique human being, you see the answers why it has happened. Nature does not lie, it does not forgive. It is constant and innovating itself, you know. So till I come your way next time, please do say yes, and let's make Nigeria great. Make yourself great. If you are great, our country will be great. Thank you.